Hi everyone, I hope you're okay. So today I thought I'd talk about some ways on how to make sure you have a really productive week and share some tips that I have recently been carrying out myself to make my weeks a bit more productive, because I don't know what your situation is, but as you guys know, I work from home. I'm a full-time blogger and it can be so difficult sometimes to motivate yourself when you're working from at home, and sometimes it can be really hard to work out what tasks you need to do. So I have been taking some steps to try and make my weeks a lot more productive, and I have found that these things I'm going to be talking about today have really helped me, so I thought I would share them with you in case they might be helpful for you also. So the first thing I want to talk about is checking what you need to do for the next week, either on the Friday afternoon/evening or over the weekend before Monday. I used to always leave everything till Monday morning. I kind of would shut off for work on Friday afternoon/evening and kind of just think, man, I'll do it on Monday, and then kind of not think ahead. And then I get to Monday and think, oh, I needed to film today and I haven't faked hand, or I needed to do this and I'm not prepared, and then it potentially would kind of put me back. So what I always try to do now is just spend literally 5 to 10 minutes on Friday afternoon looking at my calendar for the week ahead, looking at what needs to be sent off, if I have any deadlines, you know, what I need to do, what videos do I need to film, or do I need to think of things, you know, do I need to do anything over the weekend. You know, sometimes I don't always do this on a Friday depending on what I'm doing. Sometimes I take 5 minutes on like a Sunday just to have a quick look, so I'm mentally prepared and kind of know that if I need to do anything for the week ahead. And I just think it kind of just means that I'm well prepared for everything that I need to do, rather than saving it all till Monday morning. The next thing is trying to make sure you take some time for you over the weekend. Now, I don't think you can start and have a really productive week if you are feeling tired and burnt out. And obviously I know this isn't as easy. You know, we all have busy lives, we all have a lot of plans, but even if you can take half an hour to an hour out of, you know, your weekend or whatever days you have off to do something for you that makes you feel good, that makes you feel relaxed, that makes you feel ready for the week ahead, then definitely try and incorporate it. For me, this can be anything from like spending some time with family and friends, having a bit of a self-care evening, having a bit of a pamper, having like doing my nails, making sure my faked hands are ready, or it could even just be getting an early night, getting an early night sleep, feeling ready for the weekend. Sometimes doing something quite productive over the weekend really helps like my mindset as well. So for example, if I clear out my wardrobe or I have a really good tidy of the house, I feel so much clearer and ready for the week ahead. So kind of prioritize yourself, because I just feel like if you're running around all the time, you're not going to be in a very good like headspace. And I think it's good to kind of have a bit of time for you, and there's nothing selfish about that at all. I just feel like that's really going to help with your productivity and feeling positive for the week ahead. The next thing is to make a weekly to-do list. Now, what I always used to do would make a to-do list for the day, that either that day or the day after, and I find that I didn't always get what I wanted done. So what I tend to do now is either on a Sunday afternoon, it literally takes 5 to 10 minutes, so it doesn't take me too long, or sometimes I'll do it on the Friday depending on how organised I am, and sometimes I will do it on Monday morning. I will set myself a to-do list for the week. I do this on my notes app on my phone, but obviously you do this for however you feel best. You could do it on like an actual planner, whatever you prefer, but I prefer to do it on my notes app. And what I'm going to do is show you it. So basically I set it out into categories for each thing that needs to be done, and then I use the little checklist symbol, which I absolutely love, that I can just check off when I've done things. So I tend to kind of set this out into blog, YouTube, Instagram, Pinterest, admin, emails, life, campaigns, and I just kind of block it all out. So I'm like, okay, I want to publish 3 blog posts this week, so I'll pop the blog post. I want to film 2 videos, I need to edit this, I need to do this. And I find just having it all set out and having my week's things that I want to achieve just makes it so much more clearer. I feel like it's a lot more easier to achieve because it's all written out. And I can be like, right, okay, once I've got my whole week kind of written out and I know what I'm doing, I can then assign stuff to certain days. So I just feel like it makes life so much easier, and I always find, I mean I love a to-do list. I find that writing things out makes things seem less daunting than them all being in your head, because sometimes in your head you're like, oh my goodness, I need to do this, I need to do that, and then when you actually write it down you're like, okay, I can deal with this, I can manage it. So yeah, I definitely recommend doing a big to-do list for the week and include everything on there. You know, if you need to, for example, you want to put your gym, you want to go to the gym, I don't know, 3 times this week, and you've got 2 gym classes you want to attend, pop them on there. If you need to do the food shop, put in the house clean, whatever. It can be even add many little bits, like you need to reply to an email, you need to send this off, you need to post your eBay stuff. Put it all in the list, because it honestly will just make it so much easier having that list, and you can just tick it as the week goes on. My next tip is once I've done the weekly to-do list, I then go on to my daily to-do lists. So what I tend to do with this is either the night before or first thing in the morning, I will wake up and I will work out what I need to do for that day. So obviously that's going to depend on, say if I've got something that's due in, like a deadline on Wednesday, I'm going to make sure that I do it on Monday or Tuesday. If I need to get Sunday's video ready, I'll do this on Thursday or Friday, that kind of thing. So I kind of do that. Like I said, I used to only do daily to-do lists, so I'd be like, okay, it's Monday, I need to do this, this and this and this, and I'd find that I'd set myself these impossibly long to-do lists, and they'd carry on to the next day and then the next day, and I'd find that I never usually got much stuff done. So be realistic with your to-do list. Don't overload them because you feel like you have to. You know, if there's only a few things on there, it's better to get them done and get them done well than having loads and loads of things and then feeling rubbish that you didn't get them done. My next thing is to utilise a calendar. I've recently been absolutely loving Google Calendar. I saw this on Alison Bickerstaff, I think that's her name. I'll link her channel down below. She's one of my favourite people to watch on YouTube. She's super cute and relaxing, and she works at Disney, so she's living the dream. And she did a video about how she plans her week, and I found it super useful. And I saw that she had Google Calendar, and I really like that you can colour, you can kind of put different colours for different things, and I just thought that looked amazing. So I have been utilising this because I find it so easy, especially on like that Friday afternoon, to look at my calendar for the week ahead and be like, okay, I've got this I need to do, I've got that I need to do, and I put everything down in my calendar. I put the gym classes I'm going to, I put when I need to do stuff. So like for example today I put film 2 videos, and so I put everything down, and I just find it a lot easier to look at. It may seem overkill because I've got the weekly, the daily to-do list and the calendar, but I feel like they all kind of correlate together, and I just find it so much easier having everything down together. And I also think it's great to just look at and see what appointments you've got on. And you know, I put down everything, so like birthdays, etc. I just find it very easy to take a quick glance at, and you know what you're doing, and I'm just living for all like the different colours. Like, it really pleases me. My next thing is to do things in bulk / kind of batch things. That's probably not the right phrase, but what I mean by this is, what I sometimes used to do, it'd be like, okay, I want to film 2 videos this week, but I'm going to film a video on Monday and I'm going to film a video on Thursday. So now, for example, I will film both videos in the same day. If I've got a load of blog photos I need to take, instead of doing some on Wednesday and some on Friday, I'll do them all on Wednesday. If I've got a little blog, you get the gist. But yeah, instead of doing bits here and there, I try to do batch of things. So for example, my wallpapers, usually do them on a Monday. I'll sit down, dedicate 1 to 2 hours, get them all done, Bob's your uncle. And like I said, with like Instagram, I'll set some time aside to put my captions and blog writing, and I find that doing things in batch and then you're done for the week, it just means, it just frees up your time. So like when I film these videos, I'm like, I film my videos for the week, how good's that? And I don't even have to worry about it till next week. I just find it's a much more effective way of working. So my next tip is to set yourself time limits. So when you are doing this batch of things, so say for example, you want to get 3 blog posts written, I will set myself a time limit to get these things done. I am quite bad at procrastinating. I can find that I'll be doing something and I get distracted by something else. So what I tend to do is I will maybe open up like Word or Pages on my laptop and be like, right, you're going to write these blog posts, and I'll set a timer on my phone, and I won't allow myself to go on social media or get distracted. I'm like, right, get in the zone and do it. and I try to have stuff on in the background that's going to motivate me and not distract me, so I tend to just pop some music on, zone in and try and get the stuff done. And I find this is a much more effective way of working because I know that by the time this hour's up I'll have done what I wanted to achieve, and I just find that I'm able to get so much more done throughout the day because I'm only allowing myself a certain time to do it. And then even if the timer runs out, I know that I'll have got a lot done within that time. So I just think it's quite a good way if you're a bit like me who can get distracted very easily. There's loads of apps that you can use that are great for kind of distraction techniques. I think it's called Forest or something. I've not used it myself, but I've heard a lot of people talk about it, and I think that's like a good one for productivity and working. So there's loads and loads of things out there, but I tend to be quite strict with myself and be like, right, let's just focus on this and get the job done. So yeah, definitely set yourself a timer and it definitely will help. Then the final thing I want to talk about is just in general being kind to yourself. Like I said in the video like a little while ago, I was just saying that when you make a to-do list, don't overload it because you feel like you have to. It's better to do only a few things than have loads of things not ticked off. And if you get to the end of the day or even the end of the week and you haven't managed to achieve everything you wanted to do, give yourself a break. Like, don't be so harsh to yourself. I'm sure that you've done everything that you can, and as long as like the most important tasks have been done, then that's all that matters. I don't get everything done on my to-do list each week, but I get most of it done, and that for me is enough. I make sure that I give myself plenty of breaks. I always give myself a lunch break where I treat myself to a little Gilmore Girls episode, and I just do stuff that is going to make me feel good. I go to the gym because it really helps to kind of clear my mind and kind of separate my kind of work day. So just do things for you that feel good, because something that I have realised over the past few years is being really harsh on yourself and not allowing yourself time off and breaks and being mean to yourself does nothing for your productivity. In fact, it makes things worse. So when I've given myself a little bit of a break, or I've kind of had a bit of a social media detox over the weekend, or I've had a really amazing Sunday where I've just sat and watched Netflix, I just feel so much more ready for the week ahead, and I find that I'm so much more productive than when I was making myself do 30 things on my to-do list and then calling myself rubbish and lazy because I hadn't achieved them. So yeah, just give yourself a break and be kind to yourself. And I think from doing this over the past couple of years, it's definitely not as easy as said as done. It really has helped with my mindset. I'm a lot more positive, and I think when you're thinking a lot more positive, you're going to be more productive and motivated anyways. So yeah, so don't beat yourself up too much if you don't get everything done. You are not a superwoman or superman, and it's totally, you know, not everyone is able to get everything done, so don't worry about it too much. So there you have it. There are my tips for having a really, really productive week. I hope that these have inspired you, and let me know if you use any of these tips yourself, and also share with me in the comments if you have any tips for being super productive, because I would love to know. I'm always up for a new tip, and I'd always love to kind of, you know, try something new, so please do let me know. But like I said, all of these things have really helped me out over the past few months. I found that my productivity has literally shot up, and I never thought that one of the reasons why I kind of didn't do as much YouTube is because I didn't think I really had the time to film and edit 2 videos. But I feel like because I've been a lot more organised and I kind of prioritise different things now, I'm able to film and edit the 2 videos quite easily, and it's not really made too much of a difference, which has been great. So yeah, so I am really enjoying this. I love being organised, and I love making lists, and I love making little things on my calendar. I'm a bit sad, but yeah, I really hope you guys have found this video useful too. So I am going to go now. I need to go crack on with some work. I hope you're doing really, really well though, and hopefully I'll see you very soon in my next video.